Alright, just left Soith Lake Tahoe. That is Echo Lake in the background. And day 77 on the Pacific Crest Trail. And we're almost to Sierra City. Next stop, Sierra City. We're 100 miles away. But this afternoon we'll be hitting 1,100 miles total. All right, so stay tuned for that. Peace. All right, day 77. It's getting later in the afternoon, and I'm in the Desolation Wilderness, and the trail couldn't be any closer than it is to this lake. I'm just gonna go around the side here, and next stop is the Dorothy Lake, I believe, and that's where we'll stop for the night and make camp. We're a day out of Soith Lake Tahoe, or we left today, I should say, and we just hit the 1,100 mile marker. All right, day 77, and we're in NorCal. Sierras are done, and now it's time to dodge fires and deal with some heat. All right, peace. All right, day 79 on the PCT. I'm here with Tag and Wonder Woman.
Hello.
And we're on top of Dick's. Make your own joke. All right. All right, day 78. Yeah, 78. 79. Whatever. Doesn't matter that much. Y'all starting to roll into one chunk at a time. So this chunk is basically Soith Lake Tahoe to a city called Sierra City. It's about 108 miles. So we got supplies for about 4.5 days. And just went over Dick's Pass. And we're coming down to Dick's Lake. Yeah, we'll take a chill spot up there. Met up with a couple of new folks, Wonder Woman and Tag, who B-Roots and I decided to call the Aloha Outlaw. He's a cool dude. And surfer guy from Newport, California, so we have a lot in common. Anyway, they're ahead, probably a mile or so. And I think B-Roots is probably a couple miles back, so we'll probably end up meeting up for lunch. It's kind of how it works out here. You kind of flip-flop with a bunch of people, and you end up, hanging out for lunch and maybe camping together. But for the most part, you hike alone. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool way to do it. So you can kind of do as much of that as you want. You can always camp alone if you're not feeling social or whatever floats your boat. Lost my sunglasses. That's the one thing. Kind of bummed. I left camp this morning and noticed I didn't have them on, so I turned around. It wasn't that far back, half a mile or so at the most, and couldn't find them. So hopefully they're in the bottom of my backpacker, so I didn't unpack the whole thing. Here's kind of a view of coming down the backside of Dick's Pass, which was elevation 9,400 feet. And again, we just left, we're about 15 miles on the Pacific Crest Trail out of Lake Tahoe. We got kind of a late afternoon jump onto the trail, so we ended up doing, I think, 11 miles yesterday. So I call that a nearly a zero. So it's funny that 11 miles is now considered not to be a lot. That's just kind of how it is when you've been out here for almost 80 days. We're gonna be pushing probably 25-mile days as sort of a average, probably for the next 4 or 5 days. The trail isn't as challenging as it was through the Sierra and actually a lot of the desert too. So we got a good track ahead, and so we should be able to do some good miles every day. All right, let's do some 30s maybe. All right, peace. Good morning, day 79. It's cold this morning, and we're about 30 miles from Donner Pass, to give you kind of an idea of the location. Not a whole lot of views out here. There's a rare one. We've been just kind of cruising through the forest for the last couple of days. Yesterday, probably my worst day on trail, actually. Started off with not being able to locate and still unable to find my sunglasses. And then in the afternoon, I rolled my ankle really bad and heard a pop. So we're dealing with a little ankle pain, and I just gotta be really careful from this point forward, actually, where I'm putting my right foot. I've rolled it half a dozen times really bad, but yesterday was pretty extreme. Went down, was on the ground for a little bit, probably 40 miles from the nearest bailout point at that time, and it was kind of painful all last night while sleeping, but no pain, no gain, as they say. You're fighting through it. Feels okay going just straight, and climbs and things like that don't really hurt it. It's just the rolling over that I gotta be really careful of. Anyway, we're back in the forest. Day 79 on the PCT. Still going. All right, day 79, afternoon, update. Fires ahead. A lot of fires burning right now, and looks like there's a section of the trail closed ahead. I think it was about 50 to 60 miles. Looks like it's Belden to Quincy is where we're gonna have to figure out a way to either road walk or alternate trails, or hitch a ride, which is the last preference, because we're trying to do a continuous hike from one border to the other, so we haven't taken a hitch to skip a section of open trail yet, or any trail. We've been able to road walk. There's Kirk, there's Lake Hughes, and Wrightwood. So those have been the two closures so far. We're just exiting, exiting Lake Tahoe area. We just passed the last north end of it here, a couple miles back. We're actually 20 miles from Donner Pass, where there's a ski ranch, and they give beer, free beer. What's happening? Day 80 on the PCT, and sprained my ankle really bad a couple days ago. Thankfully that's feeling better today, so good news on that. I just have to pay very close attention. Just got slapped in the face by a branch. Very close attention to where I put my right foot, but besides that, we're having a good day so far.